Welcome back to another episode of the new era of Melanin Mysteries. And if this is your very first time stopping by, I just want to say welcome. My name is Tiffany. I'm your host, your cousin, your homegirl with the microphone, and I am so glad you decided to come and kick it with us today. Because out of all the podcasts you could have clicked on, you clicked on mine. And for that, I appreciate you. Now, before you get too comfortable, let's go ahead and get our weekly disclaimer out the way because I don't need nobody clutching their pearls halfway through the episode. Because around here, I cuss, I talk shit, I laugh, and I joke. But first and foremost, we always respect the victims and their families because there's absolutely nothing funny about anybody losing their life. But on the flip side, as a culture, and I'm a millennial, we tend to find humor in damn near everything. And that's just how a lot of us process life, that and liquor. So if that's your vibe, congratulations because you have found your tribe. And if not, that's okay too. It's no hard feelings. I still appreciate you stopping by and giving your cousin a chance. Now to my cousins, my families, my OGs, whether you found me yesterday, last month, or 2 years ago when this thing was just a little baby podcast trying to figure itself out, you are officially family. And I'm so happy y'all are back for another week of shenanigans, foolery, and the occasional act of investigative pettiness. And speaking of shenanigans, y'all know July is celebration month because Melanin Mysteries turns 2. So July 1st officially marks 2 years of me getting on this microphone every week, dragging criminals, telling stories, and somehow convincing thousands of y'all to come along for the ride. So tell my baby happy birthday. So I'll be headed down to NOLA on the 2nd to celebrate with my good Virgo sis Renee over at Melanin Mayhem. It's time. Now, because I promised y'all giveaways, I'm first going to start in getting into this week's giveaway. This week's winner is going to receive an exclusive Melanin Mysteries T-shirt and matching tumbler. And before y'all ask, no, I have no idea when or if these items will ever be available on the website. So as of right now, it's just exclusive. So this week's key phrase is going to be the devil's intern. I'm going to make it easy. Post this episode on your social media, tag Melanin Mysteries Podcast on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. Use hashtag the devil's intern, and one random winner will be announced on next week's episode. So easy. Now, one more thing before we get into today's mess, please make sure that you're leaving a 5-star review. 5 stars, especially on Apple Podcasts, because that really helps the show grow and reach new listeners. And if you have a grievance, a complaint, a concern, or some constructive criticism, hit me up on social media because I genuinely love hearing from y'all most of the time. Now, one more thing before we get started, because I've been slipping on my vibe check Wednesdays, which your cousin remembered this week. This week's vibe check is X Factor by the Miss Lauryn Hill. And once you hear this story, I think you're going to understand exactly why I chose it. So at the end of the episode, let me know if it passed the vibe check. Leave a comment, leave a review. And if you think another song would have fit better, let me know that too, because I love seeing what songs y'all come up with. Now, like I said, July is a celebration month. So I had to bring in somebody special for this episode. So joining me today is my guest host, Pantha from Pantha Politix Podcast. So say hi to our cousin.
What's good, cousins? Good to be here, man. I'm a super duper Melanin Mysteries fan, so just a little bit.
It's so appreciated. Because if y'all been rocking for a minute, then y'all already know he's an OG. You are. And I so appreciate you coming through because you had us on your show not once but twice. So I was overdue to return the favor.
Y'all was on for our 200th episode celebration. Yeah.
Yes, like talk about a milestone. Like I'm trying to get there.
You on your way?
And you got something like you a true crime junkie too.
Oh man, listen. All of the podcasts out here, Detective Lightskin over here, shout out every week. I listen to all of them, every single one of them, and then some more, like some that aren't black with true crime as well. So yeah, I'm a junkie. Ever since I was a kid, I was gonna be a profiler. That was my dream job until I found out I was gonna have to be a fed. Look, my dad was a Black Panther. I ain't gonna be no FBI. So yeah, so here we are. But I get my fill from Melanin Mysteries and Melanin Mayhem and all the other good ones. So yeah, definitely salute to all.
Man, I was just watching Criminal Minds the other day.
The Panther, aka the Carolina Hurricane, ridiculous thing. Oh,
I was just watching Criminal Minds the other day. Like
that's the one.
I was actually gonna go to school to work in CSI and ended up going to school for medical assisting instead.
I think my daughter wants to do that
many.
actually.
I could have so
Yeah,
many
my daughter's in
stories.
college right now. She's my daughter go to UW Tacoma. She's University of Washington Tacoma. She wants to be a medical.
I mean, you always have a job. I'd say that. That's one thing I say. You'll always have a job in the medical field. So I'm like, if anything, I'm like, if things ever go left, I already know I can always go back to the medical field. So
I think you found
okay,
your parachute. I think you found your parachute. Don't worry.
I think I'm good. Thank God. I don't know. I've just gotten so comfortable working for myself. I can't. It will be so hard for me to go back. So hard for me to go back. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this case because when I tell y'all, did you look into the case today for today's case?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you know what we getting into. All right, when I'm going to tell y'all about this today's suspect is a grade A certified menace to society. So, Panther, hop in wherever you see fit.
Okay.
And because this week's case involves an utterly obsessed, abusive, narcissistic, absolutely deranged, cracked out, wig-stealing lunatic that I fully intend to drag directly to the pits of hell. Matter of fact, hell might send him back because they don't even want the paperwork. This man is quite possibly the human embodiment of a restraining order, a walking red flag, the devil's intern. And at the center of this story is a beautiful young woman who should still be here today, but lost her life because somebody could not simply accept the word no. How often do we hear that one? Couldn't let go. Couldn't move on. Just couldn't leave well enough alone. So, 7, if you ready, and if my cousins are ready, all right, grab your wine, grab your edible, grab your crafting project, your bonnet, your snacks, your emotional support beverage, whatever it is you're doing while you're listening. And let me tell y'all what happened. I finally started believing there was life after him. Every day I got a little bit closer to leaving, a little closer to peace, a little closer to the fresh start my baby and I deserved. He refused to accept that we were over, but I kept making plans anyway. I just never imagined that he'd make sure I never got the chance to leave. So y'all, we're going to head over to the crime scene. It's 1:23 in the morning, May 16th, 2016. And it's a couple fishermen out near a duck pond at Newhall Park in Concord, California, which is about 30 miles outside of San Francisco. And I don't know what type of fishing is going on at 1:23 in the morning. Do somebody fish? I don't fish. Do fish got business hours? I mean, it just sounds a little suspicious to me.
They're fishing for mermaids.
I don't know. I'm like, what's at 1:30 in the morning almost? It just sounds suspicious. I don't know nothing about fishing. I don't mind my business, and we're gonna keep pushing. So anyway, they spot what looks like a body floating in the water. I don't think they was one of us. I don't think they had melanin. I don't. But they called 911. But I just
It was Tim
something is
Conway,
giving. Yeah, definitely was giving. They were not one of us. So this is another thing. Okay, they call around 1:30. Why police don't get there till about 2:30? What was y'all doing? They recover the body from the pond, and technology is really crazy because Concord police, they had one of those portable fingerprint scanners with them. So they actually were able to scan her fingerprints right at the scene and identify her as 25-year-old Poinsettia Grant-Parks. Now, let me tell you what pissed me off about this whole situation. Because police also found a wig nearby, okay? And it was her wig. Now, listen. And I swear I'm not even trying to be funny. But please don't leave me without my wig. Please don't leave. Like, y'all know good and damn well there is a high probability I got some Sealy braids up under my wig. So if y'all gonna kill me, can you please leave me somewhere with some, I just need a little bit of dignity. Just don't take my wig from me. I just,
Can you
I'm
do right by
gonna
me?
veer off for a second.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little story. I'm gonna tell you a little story about me and my wig. So a couple years ago, I said I was going to give me a part-time job working at Hobby Lobby. I was like, this is going to be fun. And I need to get away from my kids. So I got me a little part-time job working at Hobby Lobby. So every once in a blue moon, my body likes to humble me, and out of nowhere, I'll like randomly pass out. I can usually feel like when it's coming, I get real hot, and then like stuff starts getting kind of foggy, and I'll be like, oh Lord, here we go. So one day I'm literally ringing up this customer, and I got like hot out of nowhere, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm like, okay, I'm like, I can finish this lady, and I could probably just go sit down for a second. That was the last thing I remember. Next thing I know, I woke up, I was laid out on the floor. All I know was my hair. I was like, it was my wig was on the floor. I was like, oh, I ain't give a fuck about them people. Then people were standing around me like, are you okay? I don't give a fuck about none of that. I swear I threw that wig back on. I don't know if it was twisted. I don't know. They was like, oh my God. I ain't give a fuck about none of that. This was the one day that I did not glue down my wig. And all I could think about, I was so fucking embarrassed. I ain't give a fuck about none of that. I was just like, oh my God, somebody called my city brother.
I done paid money to see that. I'm
like,
not gonna lie.
I don't know how like long I had
It's
been
crazy because you said,
unconscious.
get hot and pass out. That sound like smoking that K2 shit. I don't know.
I say, I don't even know what happened. I say, I don't know. And they talking about like, are you okay? Hell no. Did y'all not just see my wig fly off? Did y'all? I don't give a fuck about shit. I was, oh my God. I was so stressed out.
Oh God.
I said, I ain't care about shit, but I was just so stressed that my wig came off.
Did anybody ask you if you was on something?
No. Honestly, I don't know. I was so checked out. The only thing I could think of was, God damn it, y'all done seen these goddamn silly braids up under my wig. I don't know if I can come back tomorrow. That was the only thing I thought about quitting right then and there. I haven't been there for like a week.
I'm trying to picture Tiffany with the silly braids right now. I'm trying to see it.
And this is why I can't go to jail, because y'all can't take y'all cannot make me part from my wigs. Y'all cannot. But like I said, man, I was so stressed out. Like, I ain't give a damn about passing out. But my wig was just out here living its own life. I was just, oh my Jesus, I was so stressed.
Yeah, hey man, somebody, hey, listen, Hobby Lobby, I know y'all got cameras and videos and y'all gotta have the footage somewhere, please. Y'all gotta put Pantha Politix at gmail.com. Look a brother up. I gotta see it. I won't share it with nobody. I just want to see it myself.
Oh my God, I was so fucking stressed. Oh my God, I was so fucking stressed. It was that I said, and it's like the only thing I was concerned for real about was, how long have I been laying here with my wig not on my head? That was like, I didn't care about shit else. Goodness. After I got up, I was fine. I just was more concerned about getting my wig straight. They was like, do you want to go home? I was like, I'm fine. And then after some shit like that happened, everybody in the store gotta be like, oh my God, are you okay? Shut up and leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm here. I don't want to talk about it.
Fix my wig. We good.
Right. I'm like, I'm good now.
Well, I mean, obviously I don't have those problems, so I forgot y'all can't see me, but it's whatever.
Okay, so look, okay. So when I read about them finding that lady's wig nearby, like, first of all, I got triggered, but it really did make me sad, because first of all, I say I'm joking, but she really did not deserve for the last moments of her life to end like they did. She really did deserve better. So this is where the case took a turn that really made my stomach hurt. Like, this lady had been beat up so bad. Her family had to have her face reconstructed before they could even bury her. But before we get into those injuries, the medical examiner, we're going to talk about what he found. He found something in her pocket when he was on the autopsy. He found the receipt from a store. And I know you're probably thinking like, okay, but y'all, for real, sometimes the smallest piece of evidence ends up cracking a whole case wide open. So don't forget about that receipt, because we're going to circle back to it. But let's talk about what the devil's intern done did to this poor woman. Her forehead had been split open. They said her nose had literally been crushed downward. Part of her face was gone. And then, if that was not evil enough, whatever this man forced her own fist into her mouth. And they said that her tongue had been split in half. I just don't know what type of demon seed the kind of factory reject from hell, the kind of sorry excuse for a human does something like this. Like, what the
He moving
fuck?
like he on bath salts. Like, what? That's crazy. Ugh.
We gonna get to that.
Ugh.
We gonna get to that. So when the autopsy came back, it did show multiple skull fractures, a broken nose, a broken cheekbone, broken bones around her left eye. She had bruising on her shoulder, her flank, her left arm, her elbow, her forearm, and it showed signs that somebody had tried to strangle her. And then I saw where it said her frenulum was torn, and I didn't know what that was. I know y'all like, what is that? Yeah, I had to Google it. I didn't know what it was. So apparently it's that little piece of tissue that's inside your mouth that connects your upper lip to your gums, and you also have one underneath your tongue. I had to get a whole like diagram. I was like, oh, okay. So basically the amount of force that was used against her face and mouth was so violent that it tore the tissue.
Ugh.
Like I said, the devil's intern. And that's why I said at the beginning of this episode, I'm dragging this man to the pits of hell back and back again, because this wasn't murder. It was rage and it was control. And it was somebody trying to completely destroy another human being.
He
But
got
sadly,
a stupid face. I hope y'all see the pictures. He really got a stupid face. Anyway, I'm
he
sorry.
really
Go ahead.
do.
Yeah.
He does. And that be the thing. Like when they catch him, they have like this stupid, that's exactly what it is. It's a stupid face. So if people say like, what do you mean when they say he has a stupid face? Like I say people have a stupid face and they have a stupid voice. I don't know how to describe it, but when you see it, you be like, oh, okay, I see it. So y'all know they had to go notify this baby's mama. And I don't wish that visit on nobody. Because one thing I know about life is you never know when it could be them knocking on your front door or it could be your phone ringing. And you just never know when somebody's whole world's about to be split in half before they even get the words out. So devastated wasn't even the word for her mama, Andrella. And even through all that mess, she was able to give the police something important. She first told them that Poinsettia had recently told her she was pregnant. So now this case is already freaking horrible, but now you got to add another layer of tragedy sitting right on top of it. So Poinsettia also had a daughter, and she had a baby on the way. Now,
Thought it was 7, right? 7-year-old?
Yep, she had a daughter. Her daughter's name was Angelique. She was 7. Yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory about Poinsettia. Her name was Poinsettia Love Grant-Parks. It says she was 25, so that means she was born around 1991. And she was born in San Francisco, California. Her mother was Andrella. She had a sister, and it said that she was the youngest. So I only found one sister, so I'm not sure if she had more than one sibling or she just had the one. She liked to act. Her mama said, like, when she was young, 7th grade, I think she said she was in the Wiz, and she had plans on being an actress when she grew up. But when she was around 15, 16, she started dating this little white boy. And they ended up having a little girl, Angelique. Don't make that face.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the thing that bugged me out about it was I was like, well, I mean, I know when you that young, you experiment, you know what I'm saying? And but I mean, that the outcome being the daughter, you know what I'm saying? And now you going into your what's supposed to be the prime of your life and your explosion of being you, but you got this other life you got to take care. And I can almost guarantee you that Poindexter was not there to help take care of the kid.
Oh, of course he was not. No, they had that baby, and they said that they didn't mention nothing else after that about that little boy. After they said she had the baby and they broke up, they didn't say nothing else about that man. So actually they said that Poinsettia, like, she was working at a beauty supply store, and she was also working at a Safeway, and she was a security guard. Now mind you, they said she was so little. They said she was like real petite, like she was like 4'2" and very slim, and everybody thought it was funny because she was working at a security guard. Like, can you imagine this little 5'2" chick like trying to chase you down because you can stole a pack of chicken out the out the produce department, not the produce department, the poultry department. So they said, like, it was just the funniest thing, but she was trying to get herself together. In San Francisco, from what I understand, is expensive as hell. So she was trying to get her money up. So her aunt stepped in and was like, look, I'll take the baby. You go ahead and start, try and get your life together, get your money under control. So she was like, okay, cool. But yeah, they mentioned nothing else about that little boy.
He went to
They
go sell
went.
insurance and was done with it.
I don't know what the hell happened here, but he just fell off in the story, and we never heard from him again. You know, it was probably because his parents didn't want him with no black girl. That's what I think it is. I don't know. I always think that's what it is.
They sent him to join the Mormons.
I don't know what they do.
Ain't
But
no
I don't know.
business
But
out there.
I guarantee, like, he didn't want his. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I get so nervous. Like, when my oldest son, he started dating. That was his thing. He wanted to date white girls, and when I tell you, it freaked me out so bad because all I could see was some little. I'm just like, and I don't want to ever tell my kids like you shouldn't date this or you shouldn't date that, but deep down, like, I was always so scared because you know, it's just so many black men sitting in prison for something a white lady said that they did, and I didn't want it to be my kid.
Yes. And the other part of that, and I'll make this quick, but like the other part of that for me is like once you get old enough, like, and it bothers me when I hear kids say, I want to date a white girl. You know what I'm saying? It bothers me when you can say that when your mother and your sisters and your aunties are all black women. What is your problem with black? I don't understand. Like if you just happen to date a white girl, cool. But for you to take the stance that you're not dating black women when you was raised and nurtured by them, it's a little problematic for me.
That was my thing, like, because that was kind of my thing. Like, I did take it personal because, like, that was what my son said. He's like, "Well, I want to date." He's like, "I don't want to date black girls," and I'm like, "What the hell? What are you trying to say? I'm a black woman. You know, you have black siblings." Now, my dad is married to a Chinese lady, and then my younger brother, he's mixed, and that's a whole situation in itself because that bitch is crazy. And their dad is actually now married to a white lady. She cool as hell. I love her down. She's an amazing but bonus mama. I love her down. Love her. But when it came, and it's like, and that, like, that, none of that bothers me. But when it came to my child, that was what really made me nervous. Was he was dating? I'm like, I just don't want, you know, my son to end up being another statistic or wrongfully convicted or, you know, getting some shit that I can't get him out of just because he's a, you know, I already worried because he's a young black man in America. So I'm like, I didn't want nothing else added on to that. And now he's with a little black girl and I hate her too. So I don't know.
You mom, that's your job, yo. You mom, that's your job to hate her.
No, this little girl is horrible. Like, she's horrible. She's toxic and I can't stand her. And Lord, I just pray that girl don't come up pregnant, because I told him, look, I was like, I'll be the granny on the daddy side. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna be a deadbeat.
That they end up having.
I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be a deadbeat. Don't have no kids with. So I told him, like, I'm gonna be a deadbeat. I'm a grandmama on the daddy side. I'm gonna be a deadbeat. I'm gonna tell you right now, you bring a baby home with that girl, don't call me.
She gonna give you, yeah, that's my grandma on my daddy's side. She dope, ain't she? Yeah. What? Can you introduce me to it? Nah. She'll fuck with me like that.
That little girl is toxic as hell. I can't stand it. Like, I can't stand it. And they've been together for about 3-4 years, and she took his virginity. Oh God, it's horrible.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that one gonna be hard to shake right there. Hey guys, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Young men, if y'all listening right now, do yourself a favor. Be very careful. They always tell the women that. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Be very careful who you have that first experience with and what that turned out to be. Be very careful with that, because it's gonna shape everything that happened after it, and you don't want the first one to be bad or be something that's gonna, like, ruin your life with a person that's just terrible and toxic, and then all of a sudden you think that's how it's supposed to be. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nah. Be very careful.
You know, I'm mama, so I can't, you know, I don't know nothing. So I just be like, okay, he grown. He'll be 21 on the 4th. I'd be like, okay, I keep my mouth shut.
Remember them days? My oldest is 31. So yeah, he just turned 31, actually. June the 10th. Good. That's Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm like, I kind of mind the business that pays me. So let me go ahead.
When it come to him, it ain't never gonna be that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all. I'm like, I just be like, okay, you know, I'm here if you need me, and I just mind my business. So, okay, so like we said, Poinsettia, she had another baby on the way, and Angela was like, you know what? By the way, she was dating this dude from her job. Now, Mama didn't know if she was pregnant by the dude from her job or what the situation was. But she was like, you know, at least that's somewhere for y'all to, you know, get a head start on. So remember that receipt they found in Poinsettia's pocket during the autopsy? The police needed to figure out where it came from. They wanted to check the store surveillance and see if they could piece together Poinsettia's last movements, because at that point, they didn't know who did this, but they knew that somebody did. So they start with the man that Poinsettia had been dating. His name was Robert Rawlings. And they bring Robert in for an interview. He was like, okay, cool. But he was like, look, she broke up with me that day over the phone. Because she said she was moving to Vegas with her sister, and she said she didn't want to do a long-distance relationship, which I can understand. She was young, trying to get her life together. I ain't mad at her. Now, I ain't saying that Robert did anything or whatever, but I'm just saying, the situation just didn't look good on paper. Your girlfriend, they just said y'all was dating, and you like, she did, but we just broke up. It looked suspicious. Now,
definitely looks away. Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's a horrible position to be in, knowing you ain't did nothing, but you like, okay, now I got to convince these people I ain't did nothing. Because, when somebody turns up there the same day they ended a relationship, they was probably like, sir, just please scoot your chair up to the interrogation table because you're officially on the menu. Yes. But,
automatic.
For the moment, they let Robert get up out of there, and he was like, but y'all might want to check on her ex-boyfriend. And I was like, well, They like, yeah, she had an ex. His name was Erick Nelson. And he was like, let me tell you something about that nigga had a few screws loose. And, that can mean a lot of things. Maybe he talks to himself. Maybe he microwaves fish in the break room. Maybe he wears socks with Crocs. No, this fool was actually crazy. My aunt has this whole thing against people who wear socks with Crocs. Like it drives her crazy and she gets so mad.
What's yours? Tell me yours. What's yours?
What that drives me
crazy? You gotta have one. Yes, you gotta have one.
Man boobs. Mm-hmm. I can't do them. It's a very petty trait. It's that one and a man who doesn't have an iPhone. Those are the two things that drive me absolutely the wall.
Wow. I feel injured now.
I hate y'all stupid green messages. Grow up. It's 2026. Get an iPhone.
Oh my goodness. She like, yo, you want to be on the pod? Yeah, I'll do it. Look at this nigga. Oh my God. Look at this nigga. Grow up already.
I don't know. I'm aware. I have very petty traits. I'm aware. But no, for real, this fool, he said Erick was like actually crazy. He told the police that one day Erick showed up to Poinsettia's job. This is why I have an issue with this man. He showed up to this lady's job and snatched her wig clean off her head in front of everybody. You would have had to die that day. Ooh. That would have been a wrap. You would have had to go that day. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. His people ain't teach him right. Because they did, there ain't no way he would have ever done that. There's a lot of things I'll do. That ain't one of them.
Why would that even be a thought? I'm gonna snatch this girl's wig off her head in front of everybody. Like, did you think that was gonna get her back? Like, that's it. He lucky it wasn't me, because I probably would have been into your life right there. I'm sorry. I would have tried to take you out right there. But then, Robert had also told him about another incident. He was like, Poinsettia had called him one day, like just terrified because this stupid fool was threatening to kill himself. He said that he told her he swallowed some bleach or some type of cleaning fluid. And I know somebody just like, what is it with? Is it a man thing? Like, when y'all be going through some things like that, be y'all think like, I'm gonna kill myself?
No. It's not actually, I know some people who've self-transitioned and people who've gone through them phases, but it was never because of that. It was always like some of the times I was like, I mean, I get it, but like, no, don't do that. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I had. Ooh, okay, never mind then. Maybe it's personal experience. I remember when I broke up with my kid's dad. I'll never forget. It was. After a long 7 years, I was just done. And he was at his niece's house, and she called me and she's like, well, he said he's going to kill himself. I said, okay, what you calling me for? I was so checked out. I was like, all right, tell him to do it then. I was like, looking back on it, that probably wasn't like the best thing to have said, but I was checked out.
I mean, so I thought he bought that one. He bought and paid for that one. It's all good. He bought and paid for that. It's cool. Yeah.
No, okay, but before somebody get in my comments, please don't. If somebody is genuinely struggling with their mental health, that's one thing. It really is.
Yes.
But I don't like people out here playing, talking about, I'm going to kill myself because you leaving me. Please. And from everything that we're learning about Erick, this really did sound more like manipulation. Like, if you leave me, I'm going to hurt myself. Sir, I need you to go to therapy, not the cleaning supply aisle. But anyway, they let Robert leave, but before they completely scratch him off the suspect list, they did go ahead and spin the block and talk to Poinsettia's mom again, Andrella, and she confirmed every bit of it. Now, why she ain't said it's the first time they came around asking, she should have told them about Erick the first time. But she said she did remember Poinsettia calling her one day because Erick would not let her leave. This fool was standing in front of Poinsettia's car so she couldn't go to work. Imagine you picking up the phone and your kid like, I can't leave because this fool is standing in front of my car.
Hit him.
Well, that's what you would say your daughter hit him?
Hit him. He'll move. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I'll pull up over there in a little bit and explain to everybody what happened. Just go where you need to be. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's cool.
So see, that's not love. It ain't passion. That is not, he loves me. That is control.
Psychosis.
But wait, I have to touch on something you said earlier. You said, was this man smoking bath salts? No, but she was close. She actually kind of found out Poinsettia had broken up with Erick because she found out he was smoking meth. Now, first of all, now we know, and don't get mad when I say this, but meth is not a black folks drug. I mean, it's a few of them I heard about, but you for real ain't never heard, like, you heard Ray Ray they got hooked on meth? Crack? Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Meth? No, sir. Who invited you to the Caucasian Olympics? But anyway, by this point, they had been broken up for about a month or two before Poinsettia had been murdered. And then while all this is like going on, they realized that this girl's car is missing. She drove a 2003 Kia Spectra, and now y'all know what that means. Whoever killed her could very well still be riding around in her car. So the police, they went and put a bolo out on the Kia. And again, I'm going to keep coming back around to that receipt that I told you not to forget about, because the one they found in Poinsettia's pocket, it turns out it was from a Lucky supermarket. So police go over there, they pull the surveillance footage, and that little receipt, it was receipting. So the video shows Poinsettia and Erick walking around the store together at 8:59 the night before they found her body. And while they were there, they saw Poinsettia buy herself a spiral notebook. And then police also found surveillance footage from near that Newhall Park. And the camera caught a car leaving the duck pond about 1:01 that morning, just a few minutes before the body was found. But unfortunately, the footage looked like it had been recorded in somebody's first generation toaster, so they couldn't make out a face or ID the driver. They couldn't even get a goddamn tag number. I don't even know why they mentioned that, because it didn't help much. But you know what they did do? They ran Erick's background. So let's talk about the devil's intern himself for just a second. So Erick was 26, so he was born around 1990 or 1991, depending on when his birthday was. And for real, I don't know who his people are, but for real, it don't even matter, because they raised Methany's favorite son. And this fool, he grew up in Concord, California. And by 26, why was he already on his second strike in the good state of California? He already had a felony conviction for secretly recording somebody without their consent. He caught 2 separate second-degree robbery convictions, one in 2007 and one in 2006. Oh, I'm sorry, one in 2010. You doing too much. So now police update that bolo to include Erick too. And since Mr. Ashy Knees Devil's intern was already on probation, guess what? They had his last known address. So that's where they headed next. And this dude, they pull up, this dude, his name is Michael Touton. He answers the door. And police got questions. Michael got answers. But the only thing is, you already know how it goes. Niggas don't be wanting to snitch. They be wanting to stay out the way.
Oh, yeah.
Until you start talking about murder. Well, like...
That changes everything.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you mean murder? I can go down. Okay, I have a few things I'd like to discuss with y'all. Okay. So when I tell you that tea came out piping hot, Michael was like, look, Erick was heartbroken. My nigga was heartbroken because Michael was his BFF. Like, this was his nigga since the sandbox. Heartbroken where? Was the heartbreak in the room with us? What I see is obsession and possession. This was, I needed a padded room and a juice box behavior. That is how I look at Erick.
Not a juice box. Oh, shit. I mean, needless to say, You're gonna see it, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. But yeah, this gentleman had the emotional intelligence of a doorstop on everything. Like I promise you, he did. So yeah, I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
No, he had to, because I'm sitting here like, you're heartbroken. You pulled this lady's wig off at her job. So for real, Michael was like, look, Erick was scared because Poinsettia was going to snitch to his parole officer because he had been harassing her after the breakup. And then in Michael's own words, he said, quote, he was trying to beat her ass and shit. See, right there, case closed. Throw the whole dusty ass nigga away. And then Michael tells police about something. Huh?
So what in the Ike Turner is he on? What?
I'm like pulling out straight up close, talking about I'm trying to beat her ass and shit. Excuse me? Just throw the nigga away. Just please. Throw him over the bridge. I'm already tired of this nigga. So then Michael tells police about something that happened after they broke up. He said Poinsettia had no desire to see Erick. And matter of fact, she had Robert return Erick's stuff because she said she didn't want she didn't want to be around him at all. That's abuse. You pulled my wig off. That is abuse. I wouldn't want to be bothered with you either. So Robert, he goes and meets up with Erick, and baby, when I tell you Mr. Meth Marcus was hot, he was foaming out the mouth hot, like 38 hot, because he thought Poinsettia was gonna bring his stuff back. Sir, she dumped you. She don't owe you an exit interview. What? Right, like
go that way.
Right, move the fuck around. And Robert was like, and Robert, he had to puff his chest out. He was like, it ain't happening. You ain't gonna never see her again. I mean, I get it. He the new nigga, Erick the old nigga. I ain't mad at him. But according to Michael, that's when Erick said, and this is a direct quote, I'ma fuck up her life. And he ain't say it once, he said it twice. He ain't say, you know what, I'm gonna go to therapy. He could have even said, you know what, I'm gonna hit the gym, maybe focus on myself. No, this man said, I'm gonna fuck her life up.
Twice.
He was
and we say anything 2 times. If anything black people say 2 times, it's serious business. Serious.
We doubling down on that shit. So we are. I mean, but he is, and I'm just like, let this lady be. I'm sorry, I keep coming back to the wig situation, but did you not embarrass her enough? That should have been enough. Just let her live after that, please. But Michael keeps talking. So he look, it was a little after 1:00, and he said Erick pulled up to his house. But Michael only lived 5 minutes from the duck pond where her body was found. So Erick pulls up driving her car. This nigga is bold as fuck. But he said he ain't really think much of it because Erick drove her car all the time. And he was like, well, he looked normal. There wasn't no blood or scratches. He had no bruises. His clothes wasn't wet. And I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe none of that shit because how they found her body, you cannot tell me he looked normal.
No.
His white tee wasn't pulled in places. It wasn't no blood. I don't believe none of that shit.
No. And plus, as dumb as this nigga is, there's no way he did it without, let's think about who we talking about. Everything you said about this dude so far don't lead me to believe that you are gangster number one, for one. You're not the James Bond of criminality in no way, shape, form, or fashion. So I'm pretty sure that you made a mistake somewhere. And now that you're driving this car, man, look.
It's just so much. It's just so much. Because he didn't have no time to clean up. If it's shortly after 1, he didn't have much time to clean up. So I think he was lying. But he said Erick ended up leaving the house about 2:00. But then he said he starts blowing his phone up. He calls him at 4:41, 4:53, 6:49. Sir, I'm asleep. Don't call. Why are you calling my phone like you pay my phone bill? I'm asleep. I have a problem with that. You ain't gonna get in touch with me because my phone be on Do Not Disturb.
Right.
Now, during one of these calls, Erick asked Michael, quote, was it hot? Then he hey, check the local news for me. Now, if you calling me before 7:00 talking about go look at the news, I'm already nervous. So Michael said he checks the news, and he says it's an article saying a woman's body had been found in the duck pond. Now, I'm sure he put 2 and 2 together, but instead of calling the police or saying, wait a minute, maybe I should know, this fool was just like, I'm going to just delete Erick's number out my phone. That's what he said he thought was the best course of action. So between the two of them, they have the IQ of an unplugged toaster. I don't.
In a bad way. But yeah, I feel you. That like okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like I like as a young person, you know, I was around a lot of people doing a lot of things, and you know, where I'm from. Like you understand, you already said the credo is don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's been plenty of times when I've been questioned by the police and was just like, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I might have been standing right there when it happened. But the difference is when there's an instance where somebody lose their life, you know what I'm saying? Like or some shit like that. Like the difference is now at this juncture, the responsibility is on me. And I wish that our community would embrace that and stop talking about don't snitch. Now, if somebody died, we need to know who out here killing people, dog. I don't want to be the next one. So you might want to say something. Because I don't we follow some dumb, and most of the people that taught us this shit, they don't follow. So I just
no. Another thing, I ain't trying to see. I could never get questioned by the police. I'd be in there sweating, crying. I would probably unintentionally snitch. I ain't even being funny. It would probably be an unintentional because I'm so damn scared. Because I'm scared to go to jail. Y'all gonna take my wig? I can't go. I just need y'all to let me go home. So I would probably unintentionally snitch. Like I didn't mean to do it, but I just got nervous. They was gonna take my wig and my blanket. I can't go. They don't got no good food in there.
They don't.
Yeah,
no, it's true. It's true.
They don't have no good food in there. So I just ask people to please not commit crimes around me because I'm not strong enough to handle it. I'm
you know what? Your honesty is refreshing. Your honesty is refreshing.
Serious.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't commit a crime around me because I'm not strong enough to sit here and lie with a straight face to the police. I'm sorry, I'm not. So just do yourself a favor. I like to eat and I can't go to prison. So I'm sorry in advance.
Let's keep us both free here. Let's keep us both free. Okay.
But at least I warned people.
Indeed. Hey, that's, you know what? And hey, ladies and gentlemen out there, if y'all happen to do something around Tiffany and then she warned you, I heard it. I was right here when she said it. So
it's recorded. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Two things you can't take my blankets, you can't take my wig, and you can't take my food. So yeah, if it
threatens people that's cold all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
I swear on everything. I sit here, I sleep with I have like a fuzzy blanket and then I have a comforter on my bed all year round. And if I don't have both, I cannot sleep.
That's crazy. Wow. I just got hot thinking about that. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
I have a certain standard of living that I have to stay with. So anyway, like I said, they said deleting a phone number, sir, is not going to delete the actual history behind it because your phone record said nice try. When they pulled the phone records, every single call Michael told them about was right there. And the number that Erick had been calling from was traced back to his sister. Just like I said, no signs of intelligent life. It's no signs of intelligent life at all.
Now he started to make a little more sense now though. When I realized what he's around and what he's I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, you know, birds with a feather. Birds with a feather. It makes it. So it takes about 9 days later, but they find Poinsettia's 2003 Kia Spectra, and it was sitting in Stockton, California, a mile from Erick's sister's house. Can you not implicate me in your bullshit? I already got you on my phone plan.
A mile.
And then you leave you could leave the car of the murdered lady that you killed a mile from my. Can you not make me look hot? And then I swear at this point, so when they find the car, the driver's side window was broken. They said that somebody tried to set the car on fire. But like I said, again, this man is dumber than two ankles rubbing together. He thought he was smart, but I mean, if you're going to destroy evidence, so apparently the Devil's Intern University forgot to teach arson 101 because the fire didn't do nothing. So most of the damage ended up staying on the front passenger seat and sitting in the passenger seat. It was a spiral notebook that Poinsettia had bought when they were at the supermarket. And the fire department was like, they think that notebook had actually been used to intentionally set the fire. So congratulations, Erick. You failed murder cleanup 101 too. The stupidity just baffles me.
He reminds me of a joke I heard one time when somebody said, somebody asked me, why do you think a meth head makes a good roommate? I was like, why? Like, because they do dumb shit like vacuum the carpet at 3 o'clock in the morning, take the vacuum apart and see how it works, and then rebuild it as a functional go-kart. And I was like, wow, that's totally unnecessary skillery that you got there, but I get it. And now here we are.
Here we are. Now, Mr. Ashton Phoenix has disappeared and he's officially on the run. Now, while this Ashy Next escape room contestant is out here playing hide and seek, police are still putting the puzzle together. So remember, they had found a bloody T-shirt and a radio at the scene. They tested DNA. No match to Erick, no match to Poinsettia. Okay, dead end. But they found a palm print at the scene too. Who did it belong to? Erick's dumbass. Now, they didn't find any DNA, but they did find his palm print. So little by little, the walls are closing in. And the police starts talking to Poinsettia's co-workers, her friends. And when I tell you everybody had a damn story. One co-worker said after the breakup, they saw this man hiding in the bushes. Okay, Harriet the spy. And it was outside the Safeway where Poinsettia worked. I just like, sir, you're not a Navy SEAL. You are not Dora. Can you please get out of the shrubbery, Dora? Please.
You see, I ain't saying that ass nigga. Like, what in there? What are you doing, man?
I'm so stressing me out so bad.
Somebody should put some hot water out the window.
Like, you have too much time on your hands, sir. Why are you not clocking at somebody's job? How about we use our time constructively? Why are you not at somebody's job? How about that?
He's method acting. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So they said, Poinsettia was like, hey, you need to leave because you can't be showing up at my job. Like, this is my place of employment. Please, please don't get me fired. I got a baby to take care of. Did Mr. Crackhead Casanova listen? Absolutely not. He kept coming back. But he didn't hide in the bushes. They said this nigga would just come up there and stand there and stare at her.
See, that'll get you beat up right there. At the very least. At the very least. First of all, why are you coming to a place where I have to create the life that I want to make for myself? Why are you coming here being a weirdo? Like, it's bad enough. Like, you ain't touching me, cool. You're not making a scene, really. Okay, cool. But do you know how unnerving it is for a person to just stare at you?
Now, you could have been up here applying for a job. How about that? Like I said, again, you need to have better use of your time.
Yes. This time management skills are trash. Jesus.
Horrible.
For you to be a meth head, you really don't do much with your time, and that's kind of scary.
Right, because
where are you getting your drugs from? He getting defective meth. Like, he should be like your boy on the Boondocks. I'm sorry, I'd like to return this meth.
Like, I'm saying, like, they said the man just was like just standing there looking like a clearance rack horror movie. Like, and then another coworker said they watched Erick walk through the parking lot and punch straight through a taped up window on her car. Who does that?
That's Methel Myers. Oh God, he's tripping. Okay, he's tripping. Okay,
like the man has to, like I said, he just got too much time on his hands. I could find a million other things you could do besides stalking this lady, but
yeah, get a job,
a hobby. So many things you could be doing with your time. Just go smoke some more meth. Please, just leave me alone. Just leave that lady alone. That's all he had to do was just leave her alone. Now, the police, they ended up talking to one of her friends. Her name was Sandrina Moore, and she said that they had met. Now, okay, Sandrina was her weed lady, just for context. And they had bonded.
I like this lady more already.
They had bonded because they were both trying to get out of abusive relationships. So these are just, two women trying to get free. So she said that she had actually met up with Poinsettia around 6:30 the night before she disappeared because she was buying some weed. But she said when she got there with her, guess who was with her? Mr. Devil's intern himself. Now, that told me everything, because from everything we've heard so far, I don't really think that she was choosing to spend time with him. I really just think that he really made it impossible to escape him. Like, I think she knew she was about to move. Maybe she's like, if I have a conversation with him, I can let him down. Now they never said like if he knew she was pregnant, or maybe
Right.
she went to tell him that she was pregnant and that's what went down and that's why he killed her. But yeah, I don't really think like she really wanted to be with him.
I think he rolled up on her and then was just on some, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wherever you go, I'm right. Let's go. I'm going with you. Come on. See, some of y'all niggas, I'm going to tell you, like, brothers, listen, I love y'all, man. I swear I do. But I be seeing y'all do some weird stuff and I be asking myself, what manner of white man raised you? I don't get it. Like, we don't do that. Like, what is this stalkerish, creepy, hiding in the bushes thing you're doing? We don't do that. Like, we don't do that. As a matter of fact, we far more likely to go do something else stupid, like go to the club and get too drunk or some shit like that. Like, that's some shit we would do. Like that.
I highly encourage that.
Do it.
Like, I highly encourage that. I mean, I'd rather you do that than stalk and kill somebody.
Hangover ain't gonna kill you. Hangover ain't gonna kill you. It'll be all right.
You live to see
I
another
don't know.
day.
That's scary. That's scary.
It is like you have no control over, because you have no control over the next person and you never know what the next person is going to do. And it says, unfortunately, this is not even the end of it. So while police are out here trying to put this case together, because sadly, it didn't even take them that long to find this fool. I told you, he's not that bright and he owned meth. And he was on the run, which is not exactly, a solid financial plan because eventually you're going to run out of money, out of places to stay, and you smoking meth. So, your money is, I don't know how expensive his habit was, but, and he's not smart.
From somewhere.
Right. So, yeah. So you're going to run out of places to stay and out of ideas. So May 24th, Mr. Bow-legged Beesbub decided he had enough. He had made it all the way to Reno, Nevada. And he actually walks into a church because he wanted to turn himself in safely. And I just have questions because, sir, were you scared? Because you weren't too concerned about Poinsettia being scared, or you weren't concerned about her safety. But he goes in and he tells the church staff that, hey, I'm wanted for murder, and would you mind calling the police? Like, okay, so imagine like you at church that day, you at church, maybe it's Bible study, whatever the situation is, and the man roll in like, yes, I'm wanted for murder. Can y'all please call the police? What would you do?
There's a good chance the police won't have to do anything when they get. As a matter of fact, don't bother calling the police. Call EMS first, then tell them to bring the police with them because I'm probably gonna have to talk to them. But this is not happening, bro. Like, okay, first of all, how did you walk in here?
Like the audacity.
We in here doing the Lord's work, bro. What are you doing? I mean, I will say this, and I gotta say the one thing. Now, mind you, I wouldn't have. this is one of them cases where I wouldn't have blinked twice if the police would have lit him up and it would have been over with. I wouldn't have blinked twice. It wouldn't have been no tears, no signs, no marches, no none of that shit. So yeah, I wouldn't have minded that. But at this juncture, because I feel like her family need to see his face and deal with him. Okay, cool. I'm glad you did what you did. But yeah, you ain't coming in my church. Yo, bro, go to the 7-Eleven, nigga. They'll let you do it. They'll hold you down. Don't worry about it. Go right down the street.
Like, did you feel like the Lord was going to protect you? I just have questions and/or concerns. Because he was like with a big dude, and with him being so big and her being so small, and the amount of damage he did, like you said, if they would have took him out, I wouldn't have felt no type of way about it. Not at all. So the police, they do come and get him. Before they can haul his dusty, crusty, knock-kneed ass off to the Washoe County Jail, they got to stop at the hospital first. Because this ashy neck fool crashed a truck that he stole earlier in the week, so he has some injuries. So at this point, I said he's just collecting charges like Pokemon cards. He had stolen a Ford F-250 in Concord County on May 23rd. I guess like he dropped her car off and then stole somebody else's car and then drove to Reno. So now he's sitting in jail on a parole violation while California gets ready to come and pick him up. So once he's extradited back, he's charged with 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of vehicle theft. Now, again, remember, we're in California, and California has the 3 strikes law. So basically, that means if you've already racked up serious felony convictions and then you go commit another qualifying felony, the 3rd strike can send you away for a minimum of 25 years to life.
Yes.
Now, remind me, didn't we just talk about those robbery convictions and that other one he had?
Mm-hmm.
So the past is coming to collect. The detectives sit Mr. Devil's intern down, and this idiot waives his Miranda rights. I don't care what I'm not waiving my Miranda rights. I'm not talking to y'all without an attorney. So I'm sure any attorney listening right now probably just grabbed their chest because why are you talking? We keep talking about it. Shut the fuck up. It's free. It's free. You it's like you literally have they tell you have the right. It's your right that you can remain silent. I don't understand why people don't take that
You don't
right.
gotta say nothing, bro. You don't gotta say nothing at all. Like, I'm gonna let you know. You have every right to
just shut up. Just shut the fuck up, please. So let me tell you what he tells them. He was like, I tried to commit suicide in that stolen truck. That's what he said. But he said he didn't kill Poinsettia at all. But matter of fact, not only did he not kill her, he said he wasn't at the duck pond. He was like, I'm a good man, Savannah. I'm just going through a few things right now. And I'm like, a few things, sir, you were going through a felony sampler platter?
And probably a little bit of withdrawal right now. But yeah.
Did you try and commit suicide because you didn't have any more meth? I need a little bit more clarity on the situation. Right, the detectives were aggravated. I know they had to be aggravated, like, sir. So they reach over, they grab that Lucky Supermarket surveillance video, and they slid it right across. They put it up on the screen. They was like, so is this you in the store with her? I was before she went missing. And we saw a car leaving at 1:00. And she was dead. But that wasn't you. They said this man got quieter than a toddler, making mess in another room. He ain't say a word. I guess he finally, decided he was going to invoke his right to just shut up.
About time.
So
shit.
They go ahead and arrest him, and he's arrested and charged, and they set this man's bond at $3.5 million. Who is coming to get you? Nobody.
They wouldn't have came and got you for $35 probably, but
you know what? I think somebody would came and got him, because when you're on the run, you got to have people that are helping you. And I think that somebody in his family or somebody was helping him. And I ain't trying to be funny. It's some of them parents who, it don't matter what their child did, they're going to put up their house. They going to do this. They going to do that. They made sure you wasn't. $3.5 million. That's still $350,000 if you have 10%.
Oh yeah.
You ain't got enough time to be. You ain't got two. That's, I don't know how many fish dinners that is, but you only ain't got enough money.
However many fish you got, you gonna have to call Jesus up to double that for you.
Right, I'll say you have to call Jesus to actually like come and multiply the fish to help you out, but I don't think he's coming. So yeah, he just sat. And this aggravates me about when they arrest people. So he got arrested in 2016, but he doesn't go to trial until March 1st of 2021. That's damn near 5 years later.
That's true.
I don't know what, like, some people, it drags out, but some people it be like months. I don't understand. But I guess, the justice system sometimes be moving like it got somewhere else to be. So again, his trial lasts almost a month. Why? What more evidence? Why are we dragging this out? What did he have to say? The evidence is there that y'all have his DNA. What is taking a month? Why are we holding up people's taxpaying dollars? I have the attitude. I'm on jury duty for a month. We know he killed her. Can we just wrap this up?
How many people you have to interview? Like you got the ex-boyfriend, the homegirl, maybe the parents, but like it ain't a lot of people you got to talk to get to the bottom of what happened here. It's like and you got all the evidence in the world.
Right. I'm trying to figure out why it took a month, but they said they had hella witnesses on both sides. I want to know who was testifying on his behalf. It didn't say in the court documents, but I need to know, because I want to know why this took a whole month. And do you know his best friend Michael got up there and testified against his own best friend? We ain't friends no more.
Smart man. Smart man.
That's the least he could have did. So on April 2nd, 2021, that's when they finally hand the case to the jury. And why did it take these folks 2 days to come back with a verdict? What are we talking about? Who wanted to oppose this? We have evidence. Hello, y'all would have had me at he snatched her wig off in front of them people, and then they found her wig on the side. Case closed. He did that shit.
We got it. It's tied
He did
together
that shit.
already.
This is the pattern. I don't know what we need to sit here and talk about. I'd be like, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I got things to do. I don't know what they had going on.
He's a serial wig snatcher.
Yeah, he's a wig snatcher. Cause I ain't gonna be funny. I'd have been like, I'd have been outside the courtroom like, what are y'all doing in there? Are you solving world hunger? Because he's guilty. Like guilty. What part? Like what are we debating about? So they do come back, and he is found guilty on first degree murder, and he's found guilty on vehicle theft. Now at sentencing, the district attorney, her name was Mary Blumberg. You know she wasn't one of us. She said, quote, Poinsettia Parks will forever be remembered for her kindness to everyone she met and a smile that reached from ear to ear and touched so many hearts. The verdict finally brings justice to her family. Erick Nelson brutally took her life. She was only 25 years old and pregnant at the time he murdered her. Sadly, this terrible crime and the physical and mental abuse that preceded it are not limited to Poinsettia Parks. All too often, women and men are victims of domestic violence. I hope this verdict will encourage other victims of domestic violence to speak out and seek help. If you or somebody you know suffers from domestic partner violence, there are many groups in our community that can help you, including the Family Justice Centers in Antioch, Richmond, and Concord. And for real, like when we laughing and joking, like there's something to take away from this case, because Poinsettia did everything people tell victims to do. She left. She told people what was happening. She leaned on her village. She made a plan to move. She was trying to start over. She did everything she was supposed to do. But they always say that's the most dangerous time for you to leave, is for a person in a domestic violence situation, is when they're trying to leave. And this sorry excuse for a man couldn't handle the fact that he no longer had control. So today, Erick Nelson is sitting over at High Desert State Prison. He's serving his 25 years to life with an estimated parole eligibility date of 2044. And Erick, since I probably know you won't ever hear this, allow me to say what everybody else is thinking. I hope every biscuit they serve you is dry. I hope every Kool-Aid packet that they make you is unsweetened. And I hope every commissary order is missing 5 things that you were looking forward to. And I hope every time you finally fall asleep, somebody starts snoring. I hope your cell stays hot in the summer and cold in the winter. I hope every card game you play ends with you losing your ramen noodles. And if by some miracle you ever make parole, I hope the only thing waiting on you on the other side is the realization that you traded your entire life for nothing. Because Poinsettia should still be here. Her children deserve their mother, and her family deserve more time. And you deserve exactly what those 12 jurors gave you. But actually, I think you deserve more, because they should have gave his ass life without parole.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about these red flags here. He was a walking red flag.
All day.
I don't like him. I have so much to say. I don't like him. And the fact that I need to come back to the fact, why are you smoking meth? Was crack not an option? When you decided, like, I'm going to try drugs, was crack not an option? Do you have white friends? I would just like to know, how did we go to meth?
I can almost guarantee you about the white friends part. I can almost guarantee that. Almost guarantee. And his nature is just off-putting. The controlling aspects of it that as you mentioned, that and like the standing there staring thing, that's crazy, sure, but like that says there's a deeper problem. And if you think about it, this is something that I found intriguing. She was going to move to Vegas. He finally turned himself in Reno. Like, where were you going? Were you going to Vegas? Like, your brain is so trained on this. Like, you following the same path regardless. You know what I'm saying? Just until you can't take it no more. Yeah, there's a lot about that story that reads like, how did you not just see that and walk away? Like, there's something that I think I heard you say before, and I've heard other people say, other women say, if he don't got a car, he don't got his own crib. You know, like it's a lot of small things about a person once they get to a certain point in life that tell you kind of about how they live and about their degree of responsibility and other things of that nature. So, yeah, dude he's a goof. Like, I looked at his face and was like, why do you look like that? That's crazy. Like, that's your face?
I'm surprised he still even had teeth for real. Like, I was like, I wonder to know how long he been smoking meth. But again, I just have questions or concerns because that is not a Black people drug. So let me ask you this. You remember Lauryn Hill's X Factor? Did the song pass the vibe check?
I would say so, because it took me a good number of years and times listening to that song to realize how unstable this thing she's talking about really is. Like, I was like, oh, there's something really wrong here. Like it's not just a cute love song, like, oh, we want to be together, but we can't do it. Nah, it's something wrong. And I didn't realize that. I had to go through some things too. And then I heard it and was like, oh, whoa. So yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You nailed that. You nailed that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I say Lauryn Hill, that song, like I say, because that album came out in what, 96? So shoot, this is a 30-year anniversary. And I was 10, and I remember singing that song. Like, that was just, everybody loved that album. Like that, we can't say she was a one-hit wonder, but it was like a one album wonder, because that album like is so fire even today. But like you said, you really have to go through some things to really understand what she's talking about. Because like over the years, like you hear different things and you like, oh, because we all had that toxic relationship that you can't get out of, and people start acting crazy and shit. Like I told you, my ex talk about some, I'm gonna kill myself. All right, bye. Like I think it's the Virgo in me. Like once we're done. Like we just don't give a damn no more. Like once like that switch is flipped, it's like I don't give a damn.
I ain't gonna lie, a girl said that to me one time, and I was like, "Go lie." That did it the whole thing. She's like, "I'm gonna kill it." Go lie. I don't believe. Go ahead. I want to see it. That did it the whole thing.
Yeah, like I remember when she called me, and I was like, "All right." I was like, "What you want me to do about it?" And she was like, she was just so like, "You're not gonna do anything." I know he's not gonna do anything. Now, had I been wrong, I mean, that would have been sad for my kids, but
at that juncture, that's not your responsibility anymore. So, yeah.
Really not. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, unfortunately, like I say, life would have had to go on. I would have been sad, like, well, that was stupid, like, over me. I mean, I'm awesome and all that stuff, but I mean, I don't think you should take your life behind me, like, because I'm not gonna be the one feeling guilty, like, oh no, I'm not gonna feel guilty. So yeah, that's probably not.
Like, dang, that's crazy. Say what? Huh?
Right. I'd be like, oh, it's margarita time. I'll be ready in 5. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not the one. That's so bad to say. But anyway, I just want to thank you so much. Like, I had such a ball recording with you today. This was so fun.
Yes, I love it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Like I always wondered, like what it was like listening to you all the time, and then getting the opportunity to watch you, and then like just to kind of be. This is how I be talking to the. Sometimes I got to pause it and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Tiffany. Look, I be talking to the Spotify in the air. Like I just got to pause it and get the shit off my chest, and then you know what I'm saying. So this has been super duper dope. I've enjoyed you every time you came on Pantha Politix. I love listening to you on Spotify, and just to come here and get an opportunity to be a part of it, especially with such a big time for the pod coming up, is very, very much appreciated. I'm honored. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, no, but I absolutely had a ball because we have got to do this again. We have got to do this again.
Anytime. All you got to do is say the word. Anytime. Yeah, I'm down.
All right, wonderful. So before I let you go, I'm going to give them their reminders. So if y'all could please, the best birthday gift you can give my baby is to leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening, especially y'all on Apple, because my Apple reviews, why do people not leave Apple reviews for you too? My Apple reviews and my Spotify reviews are ridiculous
Spotify is way higher.
Yes, like triple what I have on Apple. So can y'all over at Apple, I just need y'all to leave a 5-star review. Y'all can just say, hey girl, and that will work just fine. So, and of course, share the podcast with your friends, your family, the dude you met at the bar last week. I don't care. I'm not picky, but just share the podcast because it helps us grow. And while you're at it, don't forget to check out my homie. Tell them how they can find you.
No doubt. You can check us out at Pantha Politix Podcast Network. Now, that's Pantha Politix Podcast every Thursday. All Purpose Podcast, which is a sports podcast, live every Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook. And then we got Wrestling Bros, which is bi-weekly on Saturdays, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, that's about wrestling. Yeah, check us out, man. You can find us anywhere. Pantha Politix, that's PANTHA-POLITIX, Pantha Politix Podcast Network. We'll be glad to have y'all. Most definitely, if y'all love rocking with Tiffany, we locked in. We're gonna have her back on the pod soon. We're gonna have her back on the pod soon. I guarantee you.
Look forward to it. No all right, I will let you go, and I will see y'all next time. So remember, y'all, hearts break, but alibis don't.